What is up, people of YouTube? I'm your host Vernon. This is Las Vegas Wash. Let's fish that. Alright, ladies and gents, I have a problem where during the summer months I don't want to go hiking long distances, a couple of miles to get down to the water in the Vegas heat. So one would think winter is the answer. I don't mind hiking when it's cold out, but the problem with this is fish tend to stick in certain zones, certain areas. So even though I can hike anywhere at Lake Mead, the problem is the fish aren't necessarily everywhere. There are certain spots I like to be at. So for that reason, made my way back out here to Upper Government Wash, I guess you can say Lower Government Wash, with the idea being I know that there are some bait fish in this area, and the warmer water coming in, some food coming in, this is a place where fish tend to stick. So we're going to be throwing out some baits and lures out there today, see if we get any fish. But let's get to fishing. Alright guys, so if I pan around, you will see that there are quite a lot of boats in the area. That is simply because this is no secret or hidden place. Everyone knows this is where there's some bait fish. Great place in the winter months to try and find some of the fish out there. And because we are allowed to use 2 rods, if you're a licensed angler here in Nevada, I got 2 rods out there. The first one, just straight up some anchovies, hoping for some stripers. And the second one, that's my carp setup, some cord. We'll see if there's some carp feeding around. I'm going to start off plain simple with some baits, but as we progress during the day, I'll swap out some of the baits, maybe see if we can use some artificial lures, maybe catch something on some shad imitations. But in short, that's the goal. Let's see if we get any fish. Alright guys, so we got our corn soaking out there. I'm going to leave this one soaking in the water for quite a long while. We need the fish to find it and see if they're willing to feed. So that one's going to stay in the water quite a while. But the second rod, we already had that thing set up one time, but there was no fish on there. Something just stole the little anchovies. So we got some new fresh anchovies out there. Saying fresh, my anchovies are something like a month or 2 old. They're not that fresh. Sadly, I left my cast net at home. Keep seeing fish jumping, but I think that's some gizzard shad. But left the cast net at home, so no way of catching some of the shad. But that's okay, because these shad are in deep. There's no way that I'm going to be able to get them with the net all the way from the bank. They seem to be in rather deep. So at this moment, just going to cast out, let the bait soak for a while. If we're not getting too much action on the little anchovies, we'll swap that out for some lures. Alright ladies and gents, it's now been 4 hours of constantly casting around all sorts of lures. And all that time our little carp bait has been soaking out there. Now here's the thing, walking around I did see quite a lot of carp up shallow. Some smaller carp swimming very shallow. So we do know the carp are out there. So that just wants me to leave this in a bit longer and see if they find our baits. But after throwing around a bunch of different types of lures, most imitating shad, had no hits on that. I did have one big largemouth bass follow one of my lures, but he didn't commit. So I think I'm quickly going to have some lunch. While I do that, I'm going to put out the second rod with some baits again. We'll see if my older anchovies, maybe these fish would like to come in closer for that. Now why do I say coming closer? I can see the fish out there. I can see where the birds are catching them. I can see where they're jumping and boiling around. But my furthest cast, it's still a couple 100 yards to get out there, so nowhere near the fish. So hopefully the smelly baits will draw them back in. Alright ladies and gents, nothing worse than seeing the fish around but not being able to catch them. But that is wintertime fishing. That is why I always say that during winter, if you do get a bite, it's important that you catch that fish. It might be the only one you get out there, or you might just get skunked. Now of course, lots of YouTubers go out multiple times a week and they tend to only show the videos where they do catch something. I don't have that luxury. For me, I go out fishing and what happens, happens. Also, do give me a little thumbs up to show your support. If you've not yet subscribed to the channel, consider doing so, and hit the little bell notification if you want to get notified when I upload videos. Alright, but do give me some feedback in the comments and feel free to ask any questions down there as well. Sorry we didn't manage to get any fish out there, but hey, what can you do? It's winter time fishing. Alright guys, but thanks for following me, and like always, I'll see you next time. We had our little indicator go all the way down, but sadly it seems whatever had it left it. We'll wait for it to come back, maybe grab that thing again. And once again, rubber in the water. And we have a fish on. Kept going down, that meant this fish was swimming towards us. But maybe we're not getting skunked today. If we can land this fish, we're on the board with a fish for today. I know we kind of already ended the video, but this is to reward the people that's always watching my videos till the end. You guys get to see the fish. There we go, we had him at the surface for a moment. More or less the size of the fish I've been seeing swimming around the shallow waters. That's the thing with carp fishing. It took them quite a while to find our baits. Lots of energy still in this fish. Didn't bring my carp mat, but we do have landing net. Let's see if we can get him in the net. And unfortunately my line just snapped and that fish is swimming away. He has a little method feeder, but that hook will rust out. Strange thing, this is 15-pound line and it just snapped as I was almost getting him into the net. So didn't get to hold the fish, but at least we got to see it. We even have a little scale in the net. That's how close we were to landing that fish. But he got off, no big deal. We lost another little method feeder, but at least we got a fish out there.